April is soon coming to a close. With that comes the month of May. Today, we will be discussing sneakers to resell in the month of May. And if you're not into reselling, that's okay as well. You could use this guide to know what are going to be the most hype sneakers, the most limited, or even what popular general releases may go on sale because, hey, we're all trying to save some money. Specifically, we'll be discussing the name of the sneaker, the retail, the release date, and whether the sneaker will be profitable or not, or if they may even sit on shelves resulting in a sale price. Feel free to subscribe and enable post notifications. This way you're always 100% updated on all profitable releases. Also, be sure to follow my Twitter for urgent updates and info, KeithAdam10, and also personals for you, such as the recent shock drops we have seen. And for early information before these drops actually occur, make sure to follow Endurance. Kicking it off with the first for $110, we may potentially be seeing the Dunk Low If Lost Return To drop. But I say potentially because they're only on the Finish Line and JD calendar, those of which are notoriously incorrect. Whenever they do drop though, personals only, you could even see it in the name of the shoe. If you lost money, return to Nike. Then, moving on to the second for $110, the SB Dunk Low Orange Label Wolf Grey Gum will be dropping. I would expect these to remain profitable with a decent to good margin, large size being the best of which. Also on the second for $110, the Dunk Low Black Canvas will be dropping. Contrary to the prior pair, pre-sale is already close to retail on these, so I would have to say personals only. Then on the third for $110, the Dunk Low Mika Green will be dropping at some Europe retailers. Unfortunately, pre-sale is already close to retail on these as well, so I'd have to say personals only for these two. Then, moving on to the fourth for $110, we will be getting another Ja 1, this time the Ja 1 Trivia in both men and grade school. The grade school sizes will be $90. Based off how Ja 1s have been doing lately, I would expect potential lunch money on large sizes for these, particularly sizes 10 and up. I'd expect them to perform just worse than the recent day one pair that we have seen, which I did mention would be an easy sleeper cook. Speaking of which, they actually restocked this morning, and Endurance members were able to loot multiple pairs since our monitor notifies for these restocks before they even go live. If you're interested in joining Endurance, you feel free to check out the link in the description below and you could join the waitlist. But anyway, also on the fourth for $170, the ALD New Balance 1906R will be dropping. Looking back at a similar pair, the ALD New Balance 860 V2, we could see that these were pretty decent since retail was $150. However, with a retail of $170 on these 1906Rs, I'd say they have potential for lunch money with a subpar margin, especially if you cop from New Balance with free shipping, but nothing too crazy. Also on the fourth for $175, the Jordan 2 Cool Gray in women's will be dropping. Like most recent Jordan 2s, I'd expect these to just be personals. In fact, you might even be able to grab them for below retail if you're patient. Then on the fifth, for $170, the Air Max 1 Premium Sand Drift will be dropping. Of course, these are personals only, and you could already find them for below retail on the secondary market. Then, on the 6th, for $180, the Jordan 1 White Cement will be dropping in the US after a delay following their Europe drop. These are now unfortunately complete bricks. Obviously, personals only. And if you did want a personal, you could grab them for below retail in the secondary market or on sale. More importantly, on the 6th for $130, we will finally be seeing the highly anticipated Aritos SB Dunk Low release. Demand is already extremely high for these as expected. These should be very profitable with a very good to great margin, large sizes being the best, full throttle. Also on the 6th for $175, the Jordan 2 Cement Gray should be dropping. Again, like most Jordan 2s, I'd expect these to just be personal, and you'll probably be able to grab them for below retail if you want as well. Then on the 8th for $90, we'll be seeing another Ja 1, but in only grade school sizes for this colorway. This is the Sundial colorway. I'd expect these to mostly just be personals, similar to the grade school size of the prior pair we discussed, which would be worse than the grade school day ones that we recently just saw release. Moving on to the 9th for $110, the SB Dunk Low 90s Backpack will be dropping, although we actually already have seen skate shops release these. Given how close they already are to retail, I'd say these are mostly just personals, unless you have no tax and local buyers for the very large sizes. Then on the 10th, for $140, the Airship Every Game will be dropping. Initially, people thought this was a Nigel Sylvester collab because it looks similar to an F&F pair that he received a while back. I can't confirm that. In fact, as of now, I believe these have no connection to Nigel and are solely inspired by Jordan shorts, but I may be wrong. Nonetheless, I do still think that they have potential for profitability with a decent margin, especially on large sizes, given that retail is $140. Of course, if Nigel turns out to be associated with them and I'm wrong, they will do much better. I don't think that's the case though as of now. Also on the 10th, for $85, the Dunk Low Pink Foam Red, White, and Grade School will be dropping again. These should still remain profitable with a decent to good margin, especially on sizes 5.5 and above. Then, on the 11th, for $190, the Jordan 11 Yellow Snakeskin in women's sizes will be dropping. Like most recent Jordan 11 lows, I'd have to say personal only for these. Then, on the 12th, for $115, the Dunk Mid Coconut Milk Plum Orange will be dropping. Like all recent Dunk Mids, I'd have to say personal only on these as well, and you might even be able to grab them for below retail if you're patient. Then, on the 13th, we will finally be seeing the full release of the highly anticipated Jordan 4 Thunder. If you don't know, these already shock dropped via Nike sneakers, hence pre-sale is low that you're seeing right now. Make sure to follow my Twitter, by the way, so you can get these instant notifications for all types of shock drops. And of course, for early information before they actually drop, Endurance always has your back, or maybe if you're looking to learn to bot too. For those who are interested, you can check out the link in the description below to join the waitlist. But anyway, despite pre-sale already being a bit low, I would still expect these to be profitable with a subpar to decent margin, mostly on larger sizes. Remember, pre-sale is so low currently because there are already tons in circulation. So after the drop, we might even see a jump in price if they're currently being oversold. Of course, I'll do a full analysis video the day before the drop as usual, so make sure you do subscribe and enable post notifications if you are interested in that. Then on the 17th for $210, we may potentially be seeing the Jordan 5 Craft Light Orwood Brown drop. I say potentially because only Finish Line and JD have them loaded currently. Either way, whenever they do drop, I'd expect them to mostly just be personals, and you might even be able to grab them for below retail as well. Moving on to the 18th, for $200, the delayed Jordan 3 Lucky Green will be dropping. Unfortunately, pre-sale is already close to retail, so I'd have to say personals only for these. And the same goes for the Dunk Mid Black Panda, which also drops on the 18th for $115. Personals only for these too. Then on the 20th, for $110, the Dunk Low Gorge Green in women's sizes will be dropping. Unfortunately, pre-sale on these is already close to retail, so I would have to say personals only on these as well. More importantly, on the 20th, for $200, we should be seeing the Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse Jordan 1s. Don't expect these to do as well as the origin story ones, because even those went for only about $280 after their initial drop in 2018. However, they should still do well enough for profitability with a subpar to decent margin, especially on large sizes, despite the higher than usual retail. So this should still be a good opportunity. There are also grade school pairs dropping too, and I think that those have potential for lunch money as well, but I don't have a confirmed retail at the moment. I'm thinking it'll most likely be $150 or $160 though. Jumping to the 27th for $180, the Jordan 1 Vibrations of Naya will be dropping. I'd expect these to just be personals, and you should even be able to grab them for below retail if you're patient. Also, on the 27th, for $210, the Jordan 14 Laney should be dropping. These should also just be personals, and you might even be able to grab these as well below retail if you're patient. But anyway, that's going to conclude it for today. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed or maybe learn a thing or two. Subscribe to stay 100% updated on every hype sneaker release. Also, feel free to check out the links in the description below for reliable, fast, residential proxies from Kip Proxies, and we even just recently added ISP proxies, or feel free to join eDeals with the link in the description for a completely free trial. Furthermore, feel free to follow Endurance's Twitter for updates on restocks or key giveaways, and the same goes for Gargantua if you want to keep up with the progress or restocks. Last but not least, make sure to follow Keep That M10 and Personals for You. This way you guys stay updated on all urgent info like I was going over today. With that though, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, good luck on all these upcoming releases.